Shalom. All right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachel Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders over there at Great Millstone who do well. Peace and salutations to the Akim out there pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth in sincerity, all right? The water, and we love you, all right? So, we know what this is right here. Just going to play the video mainly without any interruptions because we already know what this is. This is Revelations, okay? It's chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So basically this video is going to show that, hey, you can see it right there, the market meltdown, right? Dow plunges, all right? In this video they're going to be speaking about how there's inflation and basically coming, and once inflation hits, there's going to be nothing, for the currency to basically, with inflation, what it does is that it raises, prices tremendously. It makes things just basically unaffordable. Like you can't really afford simple things. That's what happened in Venezuela. They're charging like $100 and something for a fucking dozen of eggs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what inflation is, and there has to be a way for the economy to be saved. And when they want to save the economy, which is all prophecy, they're going to implement Revelation 13 and 16, which is employee right here. Even it shows you employees offered RFID chip implants, and it is voluntary for now. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Apostle Tahar and the elders over at Great Millstone been talking about for many years. They said that first when they come out, it's going to be voluntary for a short period of time until they actually make it mandatory. So when they make it mandatory, Revelation 13:16 says that and that no man might buy or sell. You're not going to be able to buy or sell anything because you're not going to have if you don't have that mark of the beast, right? But in order to, to buy or sell, you got to have the mark of the beast. So let's just watch this video. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to interrupt it. And, just here it goes.
Is the bell at the New York Stock Exchange there as the market comes to a close, plunging at latest count more than 1,100 points. At worst during the day, it was down some 1,500 points. The Dow's worst week now in more than 2 years. I want to bring CNN's Claire Sebastian. She is at the New York Stock Exchange for us. Claire, what led to this market meltdown?
Well, Jim, it was really a variety of factors, a perfect storm, if you will. The bell has just rung, ending one of the wildest days that we've seen on Wall Street in, frankly, more than a year. The measure of volatility, the VIX, has more than doubled today. That really shows that we're entering a new chapter here. But it really started from the early part of the trading session. The Dow dipped more than 350 points. Then at lunchtime, it almost came back into the positive, and now we see what has happened at the close of the day. So, the jobs report was out on Friday. That was one of the factors, perversely, because it was very good. 200,000 jobs were added in January, and wage growth was at its highest since 2009. But that has led traders to really start to worry about inflation and whether the Fed might move in and start to hike interest rates faster than they had originally expected. That could eat into corporate earnings. The other big unknown here is what's going on in the bond market. 10-year bond yields on U.S. Treasuries are up at 4-year highs right now, and that is leading some to be concerned that as we edge towards the 3% mark, that critical point, that people might start to move out of stocks and into bonds. But the bottom line here, Jim, is that this market has run so far for so long. It's still, even with the losses of the last few days, the Dow is up around 20% in the last 12 months, and many feel that a correction was simply long overdue.
Claire Sebastian there at the stock market for us. For more now, I'm joined by CNN global economic analyst Rana Faruha. Rana, you heard the talk there. The interest rates rising makes money more expensive, never good for a stock market. Is it as simple as that?
Well, in some ways, yes. I mean, the crazy thing for everybody listening at home is that we got some really good economic news on Friday. Wages are finally going up after many years of that not happening. But ironically, markets don't like wage hikes because that also makes interest rates go up. And when interest rates go up, the markets go down. That's typically what happens. The big question is, how long is this going to last? How big is it going to be? There's a lot of people, I'm one of them, that have been saying, hey, Wall Street and Main Street have been disconnected for a number of years now. We need a correction. It's natural.
I know I said I wasn't gonna interrupt, but basically, these devils, man, they're showing the true colors because people have been asking for wage increases for years and they haven't given it to them, right? And the reason they haven't given it to them, I guess, is because the interest rates go up. Basically your taxes and stuff. All right. That show you who the devil is. It's like, all right, you give me more money, but yet you raise the prices on everything I spend my money on. Hey, yo, man, that shows you that Esau's kingdom is going down, man. There's no way to win in Esau's kingdom, man. In order to win, you got to do some wicked shit, man, basically. You know what I'm saying? If you're a regular person out there just working a regular job, 2 or 3, there's no way for you to catch up. They don't give you any room to catch up. Right? They don't want you to catch up. All right. So when are you so-called Black, Native American, and Latinos we're gonna realize, you're Hebrew Israelites, and you need to come to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
The underlying economy is still pretty strong. The question is this going to turn into more of a panic? Are people going to, as they see their 401ks potentially going way down, are they going to start?
And who's been bringing out that 401ks were going to go away? The apostles, the elders, and the Akim over at Great Millstone have been warning about 401ks being taken away or going down or just being eliminated completely. And you people panicking about this type of stuff. That's what the lady just said. All right. Great Millstone, I think, has the juice. All right. So y'all need to get in line, man. All right. The Spirit's working with those brothers.
To say, oh my gosh, we're going to pull back from spending. Is it going to become a behavioral shift that then has bigger fallout in the rest of the economy?
We've just confirmed there that in terms of points, today the largest point drop in history. But just to be clear here, percentage-wise, 4.6%, that's a big percent, but there have been many days where bigger, 1987, 25% of the market dropped, so points can be somewhat misleading. You've heard the president, Rana, as I have, tout the better business climate here in the U.S. since he took office, the Republicans' tax reform plan, fewer regulations, etc. That's not enough to hold off issues like interest rates, etc., or a correction?
Well, what's ironic is the two things are connected. I mean, a lot of Democrats were actually very critical of this tax cut and of the fact that, you're getting this stimulation into the economy at the end of a recovery cycle. It doesn't feel like it, but we've been in a recovery since 2009. So it's actually kind of natural at this point that the economy should be slowing. But of course, the president came in, he made a lot of promises. He wanted to bolster that economy. He, of course, wants the economy and the markets to be strong through the midterm elections so the Republicans can hold Congress. All that meant that the Republicans, through their tax cut, have thrown a little bit of kerosene onto the fire of the economy. Some people are worried that that's now backfiring, that maybe growth is happening too fast, interest rates could get hiked, and that makes the party start going the opposite direction. It's a very tricky calculus.
These are nervous times for anybody who has a retirement account. As they watch a market like this, people at home, I'm not telling you to recommend them economic or rather investment advice here, but how should folks at home read this?
Well, I will give a little advice, and that's don't make any.
You know what the people at home should be reading this like? They should be reading like, yo, damn, where's those crazy guys out on the street talking about this shit? I was gonna lose my fucking retirement. That's what they should be reading this like.
Sudden moves. If you don't need your money soon, leave it where it is. I mean, people really often make the worst possible move, which is when there is a sell to get involved in that panic and to say, oh my gosh, I've got to move my portfolio around. Now is not the time to do that.
Now is the time for you to do that and go out there and spend as much as you can because your economy is going to be destroyed. Your kingdom is going to be destroyed, but first the economy is going to crash, which is going to lead to the destruction of you fucking people out here, man. All right. secrets to avoid getting mugged. Stupid ass shit, man. Hey, but I just wanted to put that out there, that video. You got this is Revelation 13:16, man. The times we living in, man. Prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, apostles and elders over at Great Millstone have been speaking about this for 30 years, man. I'm just saying, So, like this article says, man, employees offered RFID chip implants. It's voluntary for now. All right, this is what they've been talking about, man. I believe I read this already, but just for edification, employees of 3 Square Market, a vending machine technology company in River Falls, Wisconsin, won't have to worry about forgetting their employee ID cards at home anymore. Starting next month, a voluntary program will offer company employees the chance to get an RFID microchip implanted into their hands. Wow. The tiny chips will use NFC, which is near field communication technology, to allow employees to unlock doors, make vending machine purchases, log into computers, and access office tools like photocopiers, all with a wave of the hand. Hey man, Esau's hey, it's right here, it's in your face, it's ready to be implemented, it's ready to go. Martial law is ready to come to America, and World War III, man. Who been talking about these prophecies for years? Great Millstone. That's who. So hey man, let's keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading on. In a report that aired on CBS this morning earlier today, I commented that the plan could raise privacy concerns, asking, "Do you want someone to know every time you enter or leave a room?" There's a degree of autonomy that's lost with, autonomy, right? Yeah, autonomy that's lost with this person-to-person, one-to-one tracking. You can never leave it behind. You can't really turn it off. In a press release, 3 Square said the program is strictly voluntary, but that it expects about 50 employees to accept the implant. Damn, that's a lot, man. 50 employees is a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know we have, billions of people on this earth, but they're trying to get people in America to do it. And if you're going to get 50 employees to do it, which by now, I'm pretty sure they already have that. I'm pretty sure that people their friends are going to get it because they're going to hear about it from that person that the 50 people in the company. The friends are going to get it, the friends of the friends, the friends of the friends of the friends, and all the family members in between, man. And they're going to want to chip their children because they're going to be like, well, if I can track my kids, I can know where the fuck they're at all the time. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, this is prophecies, man. This world's coming to an end. Esau's kingdom is about to be destroyed. All right. And with that, I hope you brothers are edified. All right. The calling's soon. You know what I'm saying? It's here. All right. If you are a so-called Black, Native American, Latino, Hebrew, man or woman, just know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, and to be edified on that, just go to YouTube and look up Great Millstone. Okay. Sorry if I'm a little sluggish, but I haven't been feeling well, so I'm kind of like tired and stuff. There's nothing serious. Just lack of sleep. From working and things like that. But hopefully people, your brothers and sisters will edify. All right, with that, I want to say all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachel Kodash. All right, double honors to my apostles and elders over at Great Millstone. We've been teaching this truth for over a quarter of a century. Salahia. All right, peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing this truth and sincerity. The water, and we love you. We appreciate you. All right. With that, I want to say shalom. All right.